Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be creating dictionaries in Python. A dictionary is a step up from creating a list in Python. With a dictionary, you can create an item and then assign it a value. Let's say you are creating like a little mini grocery store and you have something such as apples and you want to give it a price. The dictionary allows you to assign apples with a value, the price. So I will show you how to create dictionaries in Python and we'll go through it step by step. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you the difference between how our dictionary is going to look like from the list. So I'm just going to create a list called grocery store. And with our list, we normally use these square brackets. This is just a regular list. So I'm going to put apples in here and we can put milk and bread and then cookies. So this is a like grocery store like kind of list, but we are only able to like store items in a list. We can't assign it a value, which is going to be the price. So that is the difference between just a normal list and a dictionary, where a dictionary we can assign values to each of these items. So I'm going to get rid of this and we are going to create a dictionary instead. I'm going to write a comment up here that says we can create a dictionary in parentheses, and then the dictionary is going to store the value and it's going to store the item and a value. So let's get started. To start creating our dictionary, we are not going to use these brackets, but we are instead going to use the squirrely brackets, these right here. So let's get rid of that one. And then we're going to get in between it and then press enter. And this is where we will start writing our items. Put it in quotation marks because this is still a string, just like in the list where we put in quotations. And then, so there's my item apples, my grocery item. And then I put this colon right here to say, hey, apples is going to be assigned this value. So I'm going to give it a price now. So just make sure you put that colon there. And these are just random prices. I'm going to make it $3.99 and then put a comma after that as well, because we still have more to add to the list. So just add the comma. I'm going to put bread, give that a price. And the prices don't need to be in quotations since these are floats. We don't have to put numbers in quotations because they're not strings. But if you were to assign a value that was like a string, definitely put them in quotes. But for our numbers, we don't have to do that. So only the strings, which are apples, milk, bread, cookies, bagels. And then we are at the end of the list, so we don't need the extra comma. So get rid of that because we are at the end. And yeah, that is our dictionary, and it's all stored under the name grocery store. Now let's test our dictionary out and let's print out items from our dictionary. I'm going to use the print function and then grab grocery store. Go ahead and copy this and then paste that in the print function. And then, so let's go ahead and run this. And we just printed out the whole entire dictionary. So it went ahead and gave us everything. It gave us the whole dictionary. But what if we wanted to go through each individual item in the list and have a nice clean format? We can do that. We just need to use the for loop. And if you haven't already watched a video on how to create for loops, I will link that above. So I'm going to get rid of that print function and start our for loop just so we can go through the grocery store items. So for item in grocery store, and then put our colon right there to tell Python to do something after that statement. Print item. Okay. So let's go ahead and run this. So it printed out each of our items in our dictionary. So we have our groceries. We have apple, milk, bread, cookies, and bagels. So we were able to grab the item. But what if we want to get not only the item in the dictionary, but the values, the prices of the item? So what if we want the item's values, which is the price? So we know that the values are going to be stored in the grocery store dictionary. We were able to get the item. So for item refers to the bread, the cookies, and the bagels. So what would refer to the values now? So what we're going to do to print out our values as well, I'm going to go in the print function, space, grocery store, put in brackets, item. So what this is going to do is it's going to tell Python, look at the item's value. That's what the brackets are telling Python. The brackets. We put it in brackets to tell Python, get its value. So we put item in the brackets because we need to tell Python okay, Python is like, okay, so I'm in the grocery store dictionary, but I don't know what value I'm getting, So it's referring to the grocery store brackets to get a value, but what value? So we tell Python, get the item's value. And since our for loop is saying for item in grocery store, item refers to all the items that we have, like apples, milk, bread, cookies. So Python automatically knows that we're talking about those items. So it's going to grab the value of those items for us. So we put it in, I'm going to change this. The brackets will get the value of the items. That's what the bracket will do. So let's go ahead and test this out. And it looks like I forgot to add a comma between these two. So right here in the print function, I'm going to put a comma between item and grocery store to separate them. Okay, now it prints and works for us. So we have, not only do we have the item, we also have the item's value. So that was exactly what we wanted. We didn't only just want the items in the dictionary, we also wanted the value. And that's very important to know how to get the value because later in our code, we will also need to grab the item's value as well. And then I'm just going to show you, what if we just want the item's value? No, we just printed out just only the item's value. So that is the prices. And then just to show you, we can also add the item after the price as well. And then test that out. And now we have the price and the items after the price. So that was everything for today's video on dictionaries. and we were able to print out the items of our dictionary as well as its values stored.